I wish I knew. You say time will tell. I hope that's true. There's more to ready to say. I know how you feel now. Your friends are dead. Head on your feet, you won't get far if you keep shaking your hand. It'll make some job. Now don't give up. Whatever you do, you say time will tell. I hope that's true. You beat you won't get far if you keep on sticking your head in the middle of your. I said dead on your feet you won't get far if you keep on sticking your head in the middle of your.
My message to unvaccinated Americans is this. What more is there to wait for? What more do you need to see? We've made vaccinations free, safe, and convenient. The vaccine is FDA approved. Over 200 million Americans have gotten at least one shot.
I can't let it go. You say time will heal the very soul. Sometimes you said, I say, I know how you feel, how you feel. Dead on your feet, you won't get far if you keep on sticking your head in the mix of the job. Dead on your feet, you won't get far if you keep on sticking your head in the mix of the job. The mix of the job.
We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin, and your refusal has cost all of us.
Our patience is wearing thin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great night for America. We got to see America die tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Eddie Brock. On the other end with me is my friend, Jay Dave. How you doing, Jay?
I'm doing fine. How's everyone over there?
Unbelievably great. I feel good. Armageddon's come, and now I feel like we just got a party. I'm serious. Like, everything has gone to shit. The world's going to hell. The president obviously is either too senile to remember that, totalitarianism is not a good idea. But apparently the people working with him aren't that big of a problem, so...
well, you need to understand that it's only totalitarianism when the other side does it.
Absolutely right.
Not when we, in this case them, then they.
It's not totalitarian when we do it. It's totalitarian when they do it. When we do it, it's freedom and liberty.
It was funny. The last night I was watching an old South Park, and Kyle. It was the episode where the sexual harassment panda.
Sexual harassment panda.
Yeah, and Kyle's dad is suing everyone, and he says something, and he says something about how it's totalitarianism or whatever. It was like, and Kyle says, "It's not totalitarianism." He goes, no, it's not. That's not fascism. It's not fascism when we do it.
Absolutely not. You see, that's fascism. That, honey, we don't call that fascism because we're not doing it. You know what's sad though? Like, at least America was cool when we were growing up. Like, kids nowadays are never going to know how cool America was. They're going to read it in history books, and they're going to hear it from old men like us. But for the most part, America was pretty cool for a while. So now that it sucks, it's a whole new way to look at things, and a whole new avenue of a whole new world, as they say.
Yeah, the country had a good run.
A good 200 years there, guys. Good job, America.
I mean, it was a little shaky during the first, couple of decades, but other than that, it had a good run.
The first 150 years, but once we started giving everybody the right to vote, that's when it started getting a little bit better. Well, maybe not, but it's the thought that counts, I guess. So today, Grandpa Joe came out of his nursing home today to grace us with a little bit of information, and apparently, the country is experiencing a revolutionary change in needing medicine as badly as possible. So apparently, we are now going to be forced. I mean, maybe not forced. Like, I don't know if they're going to bring guys to your house with guns to kind of put the jab in your arm, but we're definitely being, let's say, coerced. Let's put it that way. Coerced into giving up our civil liberties and our freedoms, the things that our grandparents were allegedly killing people across the world for. So, yeah, I can't imagine what better way to go from where the horse's mouth.
Tonight, I'm announcing that the Department of Labor is developing an emergency for all employers with 100 or more employees that together employ over 80 million workers to ensure their workforces are fully vaccinated or show a negative test at least once a week. Some of the biggest companies are already requiring this. United Airlines, Disney, Tyson's Food, and even Fox News. The bottom line, we're going to protect vaccinated workers from unvaccinated coworkers. Tonight,
which thank God Fox News is on board, by the way.
I like the disdain he said. I like the disdain he said with even Fox News.
Even Fox News thinks it's a good idea to get vaccinated. Fox fucking News. So the government is going to protect the vaccinated people from the unvaccinated people. Now, I don't know. I don't know if I have enough. Honestly, I don't know if I have enough drugs and everything to continue on and wondering about the 100 million. Holy shit. The 100,000 unvaccinated people that we just brought over on planes about a week ago.
But there was a good reason for that.
Right. We had to get rid of them. We had to get rid of the Americans that we left there. But I don't know if the 100,000 transfers of a virus is coming over on planes right now is really protecting the vaccinated from the unvaccinated.
Well, the way I see it, first of all, I'm sure they're all observing the proper social distancing.
Of course. Whoa.
I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm the one getting high, and he's the one that forgets everything.
I know it's. I get a contact high just by listening to you.
I know, I'm amazing. I'm like a Svengali. I'm like what do you call it? I'm not just a rambling man. I'm also a traveling man.
Traveling man, because that's what I am.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
There's a great scene in, just to show you people how high I am. There's a great scene in King of the Hill. By the way, I want Mike Judge to like go out of his way and record this. There's a great scene in King of the Hill where it's just Hank in the bathroom. This is fucking based and alpha, and shows how much of an alpha Chad that Hank has always been for his whole life. He's singing in the bathroom, shaving, right? And he's singing Traveling Man, Ricky Nelson. I'm a traveling man, made a lot of stops all over the world, and with every port, I own the heart of at least one lovely girl, right?
Right.
Hank singing that song means that he got so much ass that Peggy doesn't know about. I'm just flabbergasted. He's just sitting there. He casually is just singing the song. Like, he doesn't know what it's about. Of course he knows what it's about. It's from the 50s. He's grown up as a cowboy. Of course he knows what that song is about. It's about nailing a bunch of chicks from all over the world.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's why his urethra's narrow. Because he was getting it all over the place. Probably caught some VD or something in Da Nang or whatever. And came back home. That's what happened with Peggy when. That's what happened that time when he got the mono. That's what it was. It was VD, not mono. I'm the only one that's interested in what I'm talking about.
I can't joke about mono. I had it last year.
Oh, that sucks. I know, it's a terrible thing.
I don't even know how I'm not even sure how I got it, and somehow, it's all the normal ways one would get mono. I'm pretty sure that I didn't do any of those normal ways, so.
Right. It just showed up on you.
It just literally just showed. It was just like this damn virus. It just showed up.
That's what it is. That's why no one can understand this virus. It's all just nothing but mono. It's all mono and chicken pox, people. Listen to me, people. You don't understand. All right, listen. The government is coming after your brains. And they're only going to come after your brains if they give you chicken pox. Because they peck at the little brain cells. They go peek, 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 peek. Oh, my God. I got to work on my Alex Jones.
Gotta work on your cheech there.
I know.
But,
Go ahead. I'm the one that's stoned.
Where were we again?
We were talking about Biden and his ability to keep the unvaccinated safe from the vaccinated.
Right. I just, obviously, I feel for all those people that were evacuated and are refugees coming into this country. I mean, they're obviously it didn't help that we put them in this situation to begin with.
Absolutely not.
It doesn't help that we put them in this situation. So the least we could do is get them the hell out of the country and somewhere safe.
Keep them somewhere else, and I'll be fine with that.
I just think at least when it comes, I think the big problem with the what do they call it? The SVI special visa. There's an SIV. Special visa for immigrants and stuff. Anyway, they were just given. They were kind of
by the Dr. FHE.
When it should have only been a certain group getting these visas, we were in turn giving them to everyone. Like say, oh, you were the guy who changed the oil at the motor pool. All right, you can get one. You were the guy who swept up the cafeteria and stuff. Okay, you can get one.
You can get one.
Some of those people did not need to get them, but they got them. Mm-hmm. Well, they're here now. They're away from the Taliban. Fuck the Taliban.
Fuck the Taliban.
Fuck them.
Well, I'm hold on. I can't say fuck the Taliban because, as you know, I am an honorary member of the Inshalama Brigade. As you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, Inshalama. So
I'm just shaking my head.
I love you. The Inshalamas. Me and the Taliban are like this. So we're like this. This is my asshole. But Inshalama. So I can't. That's why I have to defend my Afghani Taliban brethren.
Well, I can't.
No, of course you can't. You're from New York. You're about to go through PTSD in a week.
Oh God, it's already starting.
Yeah.
It's already starting. We're 2 days was yeah, just about two and a half days from a day and a half rather. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's gonna be all Saturday. It's just gonna as if Saturdays aren't a depressing enough day as it is. I mean, it's just gonna be even more depressing.
Even more. At least nobody will be at work this time. I don't know. That's another weird thing. All of this happening literally a week and a half before all that shit happened 20 years ago. It's been 20 fucking years. God damn. Now it's like fucking Pearl Harbor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because every decade, more and more people die from 9/11 related diseases and stuff.
Right.
And there's gonna come the day where it's just gonna be like literally like Pearl Harbor, where you have a couple of the old sailors, the old surviving sailors. They here in New York, what they do is they have a couple of old sailors who were at Pearl Harbor,
Right.
and they toss a wreath off the Intrepid and everything. That's what it's gonna be. I would say 30. Well, let's see. The next 10 years be 30, 40, 50.
40.
In another 20, 30 years, it's gonna be the same exact thing as we hear a fire truck in the background.
Yeah, 2050.
Yeah, 2050, 2060, somewhere around there. You're gonna have old firemen, placing a wreath. That'll be the extent of it.
Right.
That's in a sense that is how much of a Pearl Harbor type event it was. It's just with each. I hearing fire trucks does actually give me a little bit of PTSD.
Of course, I can imagine. You being so close to it and all.
It's fire trucks and low flying planes. Low flying planes, every time I hear a plane just coming in for a landing somewhere, because we're like in the flight path of JFK.
Sure.
When they're coming in off the water, if it's specifically a cloudy night, sometimes you'll hear them really low, and you're just like, I didn't mean to take the show so serious, but
No, let's take it serious. I don't mind. Look at me. I'm fucking getting stoned and laughing about 9/11. So it's a good idea to get it serious if you want. Of course, you can also laugh at 9/11. I mean, what went wrong there, right?
To be honest, I have laughed at 9/11 jokes.
Right.
I can do it. I remember, what was it, a week after 9/11, somebody on one of the forums we used to be on.
All right.
They posted, I think it was it was the Godzilla 9/11 meme, or was it the Hogan one? One of the two.
The Hogan one. It was probably me. That's the most. As a meme, as just like one of those pictures you find on the internet, that encapsulates the entire hilarity.
But it was a funny picture. It was a funny picture. Like there's the pictures of they spliced in all these. They made like a flash video.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, remember flash videos?
Of course.
There's another thing kids won't believe. Wait a minute, you mean you had to put them together like this?
What's a flash?
Flash. Anyway, it was a flash video of it was a slideshow of all the picture, of all the smoke, the debris, all that stuff, and then the punchline came. It's Godzilla standing over the city. And a week later, I could still smell the smoke in the air over here. I laughed. Because, sometimes you gotta laugh at things like this.
You gotta. You can't fucking hold that shit in all day. It's like with the fucking Taliban and all of this shit, You gotta have a little sense of humor after all of this,
Oh, we know that they have no sense of humor.
Well, yeah. Well, they don't. But, I mean, we also... That's okay. We can't go... If we wanted to go serious a little bit, I'll go a little bit serious. We can't be the ones to lose our sense of humor. We can't be the ones to fucking, turn that shit in and, hey, guess what, everybody? Nothing's funny anymore because somebody might cry a little bit or fucking feel a little couple of the blues after hearing a couple of things that they might not like to hear. I mean, you can't stop things from being funny, including tragedy. And to think that you're going to be able to, let's say, mandate or fucking use the state to shut that down. I'm going to make fun of corona victims all day fucking long until the day I am one. And when I am one, I hope to God I can still come up with jokes about how I'm shitting in my bed and I have to have nurses clean me up, or I have to fucking cough up a lung, or whatever the fuck, I hope I can find some humor in all of this, because I've gone through a lot of shit, and I found humor in all of that. And 9/11 is one of the most tragic things in the world, but fuck. If it's something that's funny, you gotta laugh at it.
Sorry, I was just adjusting my microphone here.
No worries. So.
Yeah, when it comes to Corona, I mean, it's like, I'm personally not anti-vax. I already got the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, we're anti being forced on it.
Absolutely.
We're anti, like, mandates. It's like, if you want to get it, get it. You don't, you don't. It's as simple as that.
Uh-huh.
It shouldn't.
Just as a concept of being an American and being able to make your own decisions, because there's a lot of countries that are allegedly free that you can't make your own decisions anymore, apparently. Australia, I'm looking at you, of course, but even New Zealand, Hobbitland, and the rest of you.
And Canada. Can't forget about Canada.
Can't forget about Canada, the fucking, the weak leaves to the front north. So, I mean, and the worst part is, like, it's strange because America tries so hard to be like other countries. I've never seen a country just so desperate for other countries to pay attention to it. And when you think about America being the teenager of, the world, essentially, I mean, maybe not the teenager, but definitely like the 20-something of the world in respect of empires, right? I mean, the British have been around for fucking 600 years and shit, right?
Something like that.
Right. That's Britain and fucking China and fucking Argentina, Brazil. Those are like grandpa empires, Those are like empires that are like so old that they've been around forever and a day. Right? The concept of the country, the concept of the empire, the concept of the kingdoms. Right? They've been around forever and a day, and they'll never go away. You'll never be able to outbreed or what have you, these cultures and these people. Right? And then you have the lesser ones, right? Like the Spanish and the Italians and the Greeks and stuff like that. Guys who came like later, before all of this, became later, and started making their own civilizations. They would rise, they would fall, they would rise, they would fall, and all that. And then through time, they would get bigger and have more power. And when you think about when you think about things like when you think about countries like Spain or Italy who've been around for 500 years or so, America only being not even 200 years. I mean, sure, there may be some countries in it, maybe some countries that used to be part of the USSR or somewhere in fucking Africa or something that just became countries like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, right? But 20 years to a country is fucking infant. It's baby talk. That's, that's nothing. So in America, we're 150 years at least, I think, right?
We're around 230 right now.
We're 230?
225.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, 225. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Or 45.
45? I don't remember.
Hell, it's
I
math.
know, fuck it. I did drugs in high school. I didn't go to fucking history class.
1776, 1876, 1976.
Hitler lost the war. That's what I remember from history class when I was a kid. Hitler lost the war. Martin Luther King sat in the back of the bus, and the wall came fucking down in Berlin. That's all I gave a shit about.
But now you got Biden today pretty much throwing down the gauntlet, saying states' rights. Psh,
Yeah. What the fuck are states' rights?
Well, a whole bunch of governors, they're pissed off about this.
Oh, you want D's rights? Which rights are those? D's nuts rights? Do you think he's going to pick a fight with DeSantis? Like, you think Joe Biden's actually going to try to shut down states for trying to practice their own constitutions, which they're allowed to do outside of the federal government?
Nah, he wouldn't go after Florida, but he'll go after like South Dakota or something. He'll go after one of those lesser states. He'll go after a flyover state.
Right, just like a Democrat, he'll fucking go after the weakest fucking baby he can fucking find. I don't know. But to be honest, fuck South Dakota. I mean, come on, guys. You guys got to start picking your shit up, right? I mean, you guys let the entire pipeline shut down because they fucking told you so? You're cowboys, weren't you? Cowboys and Indians? What, the Indians don't want to be part of this too? What do the Indians think about, like, all this fucking freedom talk and everything else? I would love to know, because I could have swore that if Biden decides to starts going and cutting out federal funding for unvaccinated people, that's going to include some natives, I'd assume, with them being, under the federal charter and all. They receive federal benefits. Is Biden going to cut out their benefits from things?
I don't know. I don't honestly know, because.
But that's what I mean. Like, where are the natives here? Where are the people here that are supposed to be standing up for all of this? Listen, I got my ass kicked for you guys. I mean, I paid my dues. Where the fuck is everybody else? Everyone else is trying to look for a job or trying to fucking, I gotta support my family and everything. Dude, your family needs to start learning how to fucking deal with shit themselves. I hate to tell you, that's what we're coming to in America now. I gotta support my family. I think your family needs to learn to go and get a job. Just like all the other kids around the world that have to fucking go and get a job. But then, what do I know? I mean, I don't have any family or anything. I don't have any responsibilities. Yes, folks, I will hang myself with as much rope on this fucking platform as I can, and he will stay silent about it.
Sorry.
Just like fucking Peter. Just like Peter when Jesus was like, S10 you, Peter. And he was like, no, it went on. I mean, because, he was Jesus.
No, I wasn't being. I was just trying to. I was looking for more information on something. Yeah, but like I said, a lot of people, a lot of governors, a lot of senators, mayors, all these people are just saying, "Bring it, Joe! Bring it, Joe! You think you're going to step over the Constitution like this? Just bring it!
Bring it, Joey!" I would love for fucking DeSantis to fucking just beat the shit out of Joe Biden with this. It would be an amazing cake. I would love for well, I don't know any of the. A reason why I trust DeSantis is because he's Latin, right? So I can give him a.
Is he?
Yeah,
I didn't even know he was.
Yeah, he's a little. I mean, nobody's not. If you're that dark, you're not purely white. Fuck, I mean, you see the tan on this man? It's gorgeous. I'm fucking jealous, and I can get a tan like that. But, I don't think. I think DeSantis would probably beat the shit out of Joe Biden if there was a fight. Apparently, there was betting odds or fucking what's his name, the last guy who was running his mouth saying he would beat the shit out of Joe Biden.
Oh yeah, Trump. Well, Trump already said he could take Biden.
Oh yeah, I could take the old codger who doesn't know where the fuck he is half the time. What the fuck? Thanks, Trump. Yeah, thanks a lot, buddy. Great job, fucking trying to beat up an old man. I mean, you could have fucking done something and stood in the way of the fucking state police and everything when they fucking shot that poor woman. But no. You'd rather just give a speech and then just step out of the way and let this all fucking happen. So, yep. I'm glad you could beat up an old man, though. Good boy. As somebody who took on a fucking mob twice and has been ostracized from 2 different fucking cities, this guy can't even fucking lift a fucking finger to say that Larry Elder might be a good candidate, or at the very fucking least, and I'm looking right at the fucking camera at you, Donnie, at the very fucking least, you couldn't fucking say, fucking recall the fucking asshole? Why? Because your fucking son is sticking his dick in the Gavin's fucking sloppy fucking seconds?
Jeez.
What the fuck, dude? I don't give a shit about your boy and his fucking cock and where it's fucking going. It's time for you to be a man and say that we need to recall the piece of shit that's been fucking burning our state down.
So Trump hasn't endorsed Larry Elder yet?
No. He hasn't endorsed Larry Earl. He put out a fucking thing. Let me play this. I found this the other day. Fuck this guy. I'll play this. I saw this the other day. Hold on a sec. Where the fuck are we? Where the fuck? That it? No, that's not it. This is it. Here we go. Yeah, this is the fucking guy that I'm supposed to fucking put my goddamn hopes and dreams on. You know, because he's gonna fucking bring the goddamn... He was supposed to bring the fucking revolution or whatever the fuck. This is the guy I was supposed to put my hopes and dreams in. This is the guy that was going to fucking change the goddamn structure, the paradigm. We're gonna have a paradigm shift, folks. We're gonna fucking do everything we can to fucking make it so that it's all good in the neighborhood for the rest of America and apple pie. And what the fuck does he do the minute he gets out of office? He goes over, he probably got a blowjob from Kimmy, and fucking she got on her Puerto Rican knees, made sure there was a fucking rug in between the two of them. I'm just saying, thank God there's a rug. I mean, most Puerto Ricans use a towel. So she fucking goes out and she does this. He fucking comes out and he says this about the fucking recall. The guy who's burning down California. By the way, folks, for the rest of the fucking country, the way California goes is the way the rest of the country goes, which is why your congressmen and your senators and your governors and your mayors are cucks. Because in California, we have nothing but. And guess what? That's coming to a town near you, Midwest. And the fucking guy who was supposed to save you says this about trying to kick out anybody who fucking wants to stand up for it, who wants to stand up for their state. This is what the president, the fucking orange god that you all fucking bow down to, this is what he says about kicking people out that are ruining your state.
Got the recall election coming up in less than a week. It's actually happening as we speak. The polls appear to show Newsom looks safer
at this point. Larry Elder is the man that could take it from him. What do you think happens in California?
Well, it's probably rigged. They're sending out all ballots. It's all the ballots are, mail out, mail in ballots. In fact, I guess you even have a case where you can make your own ballot. When that happens, nobody's going to win except these Democrats. So, look, they're very good. The one thing they're good at is rigging elections. So I predict it's a rigged election. Let's see how it turns out.
Got the recall election coming up in less than a week.
Wrong.
I'll tell you where he's wrong. He's wrong in fucking not letting people making that decision for themselves. Because you know there's idiots out there that are going to follow his lead and go, you know what? You're absolutely right. Trump's right. You know, the elections, they're fucking done. And you know what? San Francisco's just too big of a city. San Francisco and LA, they're just too big. And there's no way that we could possibly outdo. There's going to be some moron out there that's going to take this orange idiot's advice. And they're going to go, okay, I'm going to sit out the election and not fucking vote for the recall. That doesn't help anybody. That helps no one. All that does is help Gavin. Okay? And you don't have to vote for Larry Elder. Don't vote for Larry Elder. There's plenty of good ones. Kevin Kelly is another good guy. You know, I get Keeley, I don't know. All I know is that everybody that is government connected is trying to tell their people in their constituency to not vote for the recall, to vote no on the recall, to do all this shit. And here's a guy that actually has some clout in California. I don't know how. It's a fucking cult of personality, I can only assume. He's fucking... I'll tell you this about Californians. We love our cult leaders. From Charlie Manson to Jim Jones, we love to join a cult. And there's people who join this guy's orange cult and fucking obey everything he says, and him saying that just because there might be fucking it might be rigged or it might be whatever the fuck yourself. Guess what? If you couldn't prove that there was rigging going on, there might not be rigging going on, and there might be fucking happening in California. I want to fucking make sure it happens. Because the only way we're ever gonna fucking know is if it fucking goes through, not fucking being told by some idiot on the other side of the country, hey, just like all the other idiots from New York Times, you stupid conservatives, you stupid Californian patriotic conservatives, just like the New York Times and the Washington Post tell you not to vote for the recall, Donald fucking Trump told you not to vote for the fucking recall. All right, go ahead.
I was going to say, a part of a good conspiracy. Damn it, what's what I was going to say? No, I was going to say part of a good conspiracy. Of course it's all rigged. Of course it's all rigged.
Of course it's all rigged. Everything's rigged. If it wasn't rigged, what does telling people that it's going to be rigged help, sir? What does telling people that it's going to be rigged help? How does that help us? We're the ones that are jumping over shit and needles on our streets.
Is because I don't know how California elections work. Is it strictly mail-in, or is there going to be an actual election day for this too?
No, it's a periodically long. It's like a week-long election. You can go in and you could drop your ballot off at any time. But on the 14th is when the actual that's when the actual election happens. That's when they're going to start tallying the votes. But they're starting to collect votes right now. Like they're picking up votes right now from people. And it's mostly the early birds, the conservatives, you dummies. You're the ones that are dropping off your ballots at the fucking beginning, so that way they can look through them, mark them off, and fucking throw them away and everything. So that's what's happening right now. There's going to be like a week. It's not a week. Well, it's about a week-long process, and then on the 14th is when the actual election tallies start coming in. But and also the actual election day. But people are already voting. People voted today, I don't know. My mother's doing the elections. I'm not supposed to say anything, but anyway. Well, I can say something. I mean, she's picking up votes. She's doing it for the states, so don't worry, Joe Biden. She's vaccinated. You're not going to take away her fucking the $150 the state's going to pay her to pick up these ballots. So, please leave my mother alone, Joe Biden. Please.
You there?
Yeah. You went all clink, clink, clunk, clunk. But
oh, sorry.
It's all right.
I was just adjusting this microphone. I realized how stupid I was looking at it because I had jerry-rigged the cover for the microphone. I was looking at it earlier on the stream. I realized how dumb it looks with
You look like you're trying to join Antifa or Taliban there. All right,
Yeah.
don't look at me.
Don't look. Don't look.
You just put your microphone over your face. Inshallah.
I'm not saying nothing. No.
Inshallah.
Yeah. So tonight, a lot of people think today is the day that democracy died in this country.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't say it's dead, but it's definitely on life support right now. And how the states handle the next few months, because this isn't like oh, it's gonna be what you call it over like in the next week, all this stuff. The big thing is gonna be with how we handle this stupid virus going into the winter again. So that's where we're gonna really see how the states really start okay, are these states gonna demand say we run our states the way we want to, or are you gonna be like New York and just ban everything?
Right. Now, now, Mr. Biden, are you sure you want to actually go through with $6 a gallon in the middle of the country? Are you sure you want to do that? I mean, you're already cutting off their meat supply. Have you heard about this?
No, I haven't.
So meat, because of the inflation in groceries, right? Meat, beef, poultry, pork have gone up 13 to 15% in price, right? Which instantly makes, we all like to believe that your McDonald's or your Burger King or whatever is it's fake meat and whatever. No, they use real fucking meat. So the prices of all of your fast food are about to go up because they can't manage how much meat is being produced as the state. The state can't manage how much meat is being produced. We're producing too much meat and there's not enough people eating meat. Allegedly. Which is why prices need to go up. Now there's a nice little conspiracy about that. The fact that we're going to be gaining about 100,000 farmers from another country. So we're probably going to be importing and keeping around a lot of our seasonal workers, right? Guess what, folks? Mexico's not going to be bringing any more seasonal workers to us. We're importing our own from the other side of the world. And with that is the growing in farms and everything, because agriculture is going to be a big thing, because all of these 100,000 people are going to show up and demand that they get farms. And a lot of these places are actually going to, a lot of these people, a lot of these farmers are probably going to be getting property in Kansas and Iowa, since the government just bought up a shitload of property there, or just I'm not going to say bought. I mean, who buys property in Kansas or Iowa, So that's another conspiracy that's going on right now, is we just imported our entire farm force to a culture that doesn't really eat those things. I think they eat chicken, but they don't eat beef and they don't eat pork. Well, that was the other thing I wanted to say. I guess this is just me getting high and just rattling off these conspiracy theories that are going in my head. So what do you think of this one, yeah? Gas prices. Gas prices are soaring, right?
Right.
How much is it there in New York? Here it's $7 a gallon.
I think up the gas station up the block, it's three something, I think.
3 something? That's good.
Like in the 390s, maybe $4 a gallon, I think.
But what's because for what it is, what's gas prices in the middle of Manhattan?
Oh, I think they're like 450 somewhere around there.
450.
Probably more because there aren't that many. There really aren't that many gas stations in Manhattan.
Right. Just like in the general sense that how much it would be. But here it's between $5 and $7. And the Midwest and mostly the South, they have not so expensive gas. I mean, they used to not have so much expensive gas before they started fucking up their pipelines. So, because of all of that, and this hurricane that just showed up and everything, Hurricane Ida, which I still don't. Why are we children and naming our hurricanes? Come on, folks. We're naming our hurricanes. How come we never called it 9/11 Nettie? Anyway. So, fuck, where was I going with that? Goddamn 9/11 jokes. That's it. So now that we have the hurricane, and now we're going to have a soaring of gas prices because a lot of our gas comes from the South and comes from the Midwest and all of that. You know, the pipeline that South Dakota should have stood in front of. Because all of our gas is now going to be cut off due to this hurricane and other natural disasters I'm sure will happen in the winter, gas prices are going to soar in the middle of the country, right?
Right.
And at the same time, because that's what they've been doing in California is experimenting. I mean, we'd like to believe that it's all because of fires and everything, but they've been experimenting to see how we will react to the power going out randomly. So, California, because we're California and we're state as sheep, didn't really riot because the power kept going off. We were placated with the idea that the wind and trees make fires happen. 70-degree weather, wind, and trees make fires happen. Not the fucking meth labs in the middle of the fucking forest that blow up. Those aren't real. So now here, a lot of people have been buying generators. Gas powered and electric generators, right?
Yeah.
I'm planning on getting a gas powered and electric generator. And so now, because gas prices are going to be soaring now that we've now had a hurricane in one of our major power centers, and nobody's willing to talk about nuclear, and we'll go into that in a bit if you want. But this is a way I expect in the middle of the country during the next 6 months during the winter, they're going to start periodically turning off the power all over the country just to see how people react. And when that happens, there's going to be a fucking shitload of people, because there was here, desperately driving around trying to find some place that they could plug their goddamn phones and laptops into. And I'm not going to say that I never saw any craziness. I mean, we were pretty orderly. We would go to the library and desperately, charge up our phones and then come home and, leave the phones off until 9 o'clock when it was worth needing to watch some TV to go to sleep. Out of boredom, you couldn't go to sleep anymore. So that's going to happen in the rest of the country. And I can only imagine what happens in the places that are in deep need of electrical things, like security systems. I live in a poor city. My city went bankrupt, so I got nothing to steal. But there are some places in the world and in this country that are in needing of some security systems that might just be going down randomly. So, rising gas prices lead to mass blackouts.
But fear not, New York, like California, is going to ban the sale of gas engine cars in 10 years. So At least we got that going.
At least we got that going. We'll be able to connect our cars to the electrical grid. Of course, with the electricity down.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
What a stupid fucking thing.
That's gonna be fun in like 10 years or so. Like everyone's trying to charge up their Prius, and there's not enough charging stations and all this other stuff. Because it's not like you can just plug it in.
Not even charging stations. Not enough electricity.
Oh, I'm sure they can work on that.
No, they're never gonna work on that. It's the state. When was the last time they worked on something?
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody's like, they'll figure it out. They haven't figured it. They didn't figure out Afghanistan for 20 years. They're not figuring out shit. They figured it out. They figured out a way to fuck us. That's what I mean. Like, I don't mean to be fucking serious about things now, but this is how Venezuela started, folks. This is how Venezuela fucking got into and they were passive as fuck because they were told that they were going to get free health care and they were going to be, treated fairly by workers, by the bosses, and they were going to be, they were all going to be millionaires essentially because everyone was going to share alike, and the state don't share.
No. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. The state does not like the government. It's like that old sign that Ron Paul used to have in his office, or what you call it, said, the government doesn't, don't be a thief because the government doesn't like competition.
Absolutely. See, come on, man. I gotta get you into a radical mood. Look how fucking angry I am. You gotta be a radical like me.
I don't think I could be a radical. I just don't have the energy for it.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta get the energy. You gotta get pumped. What do I need to do? Blast from Andrew WK or something? It's time to party!
Party!
Admittedly, I love the song. I love New York City. It's such a fucking. It's like a beep on the nose. He's just thumping the fucking drum. He's just thumping the drums. I love New York City. Oh yeah, New York City. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I don't think I know that. I don't know if I that song.
You don't know that song? I love that song.
I know the song "Safe in New York City" by AC/DC. I feel safe in New York City.
Yeah. And then, of course, everybody loves Back in the New York Groove by... Was that Peter Criss? That wasn't Peter Criss.
No, it was Ace.
Ace
Frehley.
Ace Frehley. Man, oh man. I could never get into Kiss. I tried really hard.
I'm not a huge Kiss fan, but I'm a big enough Kiss fan that I'm glad the end is near because because Paul can't sing for shit anymore. It's so bad he has he lip syncs to tracks now.
Oh man, really?
So even his come on people, come on people. Even those are like friggin' tracked and stuff. People, you've been given a gift, and that gift is rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Oh, that was terrible.
That is hard.
It's hard to do Paul Stanley.
It is. It's like, I think it has to do with just that, like, I don't know, he has a giraffe neck. You ever notice that? I think that has something to do with it.
Rock and roll!
But then, to hit those notes, I mean,
it's sad because Paul Stanley used to be one of the best singers in the world.
Right.
He could hit some amazing, incredible notes and hold them, but now it's just a cash.
Now it's just literally him just like, God gave rock and roll to you. Pick it up, people. You gotta sing the song for me.
Come on, people, you know your parts. Clap.
Clap, God damn it. Oh man.
I like Kiss though. I supposedly their final concert. I mean, and when they mean final, they mean This is Gene Simmons from Kiss, and this is the final concert for Kiss.
This is the final concert.
Supposedly, it will be here in New York.
Yeah, I would imagine that they would have their last concert.
I would definitely try to go to that one.
I'm dying. On my dying breath, I shall scream, Inshallah! Oh, fuck. Okay. We're gonna get them here, I think, or getting them in Mountain View.
Oh, some of the refugees.
No, Kiss. Well, I guess that's kind of the same thing.
I thought you were talking about refugees for a second, and then yeah, they're going all over the place.
But
yeah,
Kiss too. They're trying to get as much dates as they can.
Kiss is the same way. Kiss, they'll go anywhere. We'll play anywhere, any place, anywhere, as long as don't forget to buy our officially licensed Kiss merchandise.
Right. As long as we can hawk our wares and the money's right, we'll show up anywhere. That's why I don't believe final time and all that other stuff. You can pay Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley to get together one more time.
No. You see, what they're gonna do is it'll be the final time for them.
Right.
But then they're gonna license an official Kiss tribute band.
Okay. So is it gonna be a tribute band?
There'll be an official Kiss tribute band, and they'll be the ones to take
the mantle. Right. Take the horns, as you will. Even though that's Dio's thing. Love you, Ronnie. You know what, though? I think that if anyone should license their tribute band, it should be Kiss. I mean,
it'll literally be like that. That episode of The Simpsons where Krusty was licensing himself out. Each territory has their own Krusty. Right. Each territory will have their own Kiss.
Right, Gene's going to every town. All right, listen. You're the new Gene Simmons. You're the new Kiss from in Steubenville, Ohio.
Anywhere that Kiss doesn't want to be, you'll be there.
You'll be there. Wherever there's a fast food joint needing to be opened, you'll be there. That's right, we're opening up a new Shakey's. Woo! And here's Kiss. It's gonna be like that episode of Metalocalypse when they had their own when they did their own tribute band, but they were all like ugly and fat.
Great, I got Detroit Rock City in my head right now.
Oh, great. Detroit Rock City!
Get up! On your feet, get down!
That was a good beat. See, if I like Kiss when it was the original four. Mostly because Ace and Peter, I'm sorry. Mostly because they hold Paul Stanley's hand through a lot of it, and they keep Gene Simmons in tow. Because there's a lot of Gene trying to come out in those early Kiss albums, and you can tell that those two are just like trying to hold that shit back because they know that they got to make a song. You know. Which is why, like, all the Gene stuff normally is just like all this dreary and fucking downplayed and, you know, bass stuff.
God, thunder.
Right, see?
Rock and roll. Oh.
And that, what is that? That's you know? So
I find this to be far more interesting than Biden today.
I know, fuck. I'm much more interested in talking about this. I mean, I can link this to all of that, but I mean, why would I want to? I'm having fun. What else did Kiss do? I like Lick It Up. A lot of people were like really turned off by Lick It Up, but that's like that was the I was from the 80s, so that's the first really Kiss song I ever heard. I didn't know they wore makeup. When they wore makeup for Psycho Circus, I was like, who the fuck is this? I was like, why'd they put the makeup on? And then I found out that, like, I was like, what, 14 at the time, so then I found out Kiss is like an actual, like, had makeup on before and everything, so I was like, oh. I was a sheltered kid. I was a sheltered kid who listened to a lot of techno. Ow. But I like to Lick It Up. Fuck me. I gotta drink something. Fuck.
Lick it.
There it is. There it is.
Lick it.
No. Lick it up. Lick it up. Oh. It's only right now. Lick it up. There it is. It was like somewhere back here. I had to reach down for, you know? Somewhere in the
Yeah, I know, you gotta really reach down to get that high note.
Yeah, it was like right here. It was like being blocked by like a thing of phlegm or something. It was a piece of my hash that got stuck in my throat, just like trying to keep me from hitting those notes. When I don't smoke, I sound like Billy Squire. Yes. What else happened in the world?
I think that's about it. I mean, today was a really slow day. I mean, nothing.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This stupid bitch had said something. I gotta go on this bitch too. Here we go. Is this stupid bitch that we have as a vice president too? This cop, you morons, you stupid Democratic pieces of dog shit, you idiots. She was a police officer the whole fucking time, a narc, and now look what you have.
So I want to thank you all for being here today. We are going to have a robust and a candid conversation about what's going on in our country, and in particular what just recently happened in Texas. But I will repeat what I know you all know.
How stupid is this woman that she needs to keep a fucking diaper on her face to fucking make this announcement? Can you take the thing off? We need to hear what you're saying. I mean, I don't want to, but, you know, fuck. You're supposed to be a vice president. You're going to be the president, for God's sake.
The president and I are unequivocal in our support of Roe v. Wade and the constitutionality of Roe v. Wade and the right of women to make decisions for themselves with whomever they choose about their own bodies. And needless to say, the right of women to make decisions about their own bodies is not negotiable. The right of women to make decisions about their own bodies is their decision. It is their body.
It is their decision. It is their body.
And no legislator,
of course, that doesn't happen with the vaccine, so
institution
fuck all that.
has the right to circumvent the Constitution of the United States in an attempt to interfere with, much less to prevent, a woman to make those decisions. So we will have a conversation about how what is happening in Texas is affecting women in Texas. But as we know, it's not only Texas where this is happening. And I know we're going to talk about
This dummy
Mississippi.
puts the mask on
We're talk
even
about
more.
New Mexico. We're going to talk about the United States and what we must do collectively, all of us, to protect the women of our country and protect their
Can you
constitutional
imagine
rights.
falling asleep looking to this? Looking at that, just looking at this fucking.
Willie Brown did.
I don't know. I can't call her names. I can't call her things. Because if I do, then women's rights groups get upset at me and I get kicked off the internet again.
I just know that she's. People are like, oh, she's so cool. I mean, she wears Timberlands and she does this and she does that. She's a narc.
She's a narc, you dummies. Of course she does cool things. Al Sharpton was a narc and he wore fucking jumpsuits.
Everyone's like, oh, Kamala's gonna, she'll legalize pot. No, she won't.
No, stupid. Why would she do that? She has too many friends that she has too many people that she knows that she threw in jail for it. By the way, did you hear about the one that she let out? And then he went to Michigan and he murdered a bunch of people? Great job, honey. She's not even a good narc.
Yeah, so.
You know who needs to fucking visit her? Fucking Michael K. Williams. Oh, man. That dummy. We have a dumb broad for a vice president. You know, everybody was fucking talking shit about Sarah Palin. You know? Oh, because Sarah Palin doesn't read fucking magazines. She's a fucking idiot. Look what happens when you read fucking magazines. You become a monarch. That's what happens when you're one of fucking Montel's fucking hoes from the 90s. No wonder Willie Brown fucking promoted her. Just like my father taught me before he died. Bitches ain't nothing but hoes with tricks. Yeah, alright, I think I could leave it off at that.
Yeah, that's a great.
That's enough serious for today.
That's a great token of wisdom. There we go.
Right. Love you, Dad. Don't you know my name? If I saw you in heaven. I'm in good voice tonight. I mean, I fucked up those last time, but I'm in decent voice tonight.
Oh yeah, I just realized you singing Clapton. Yeah. Eric Clapton's on our side.
I know. Clapton's one of our boys.
He's on the side of freedom.
Fuck yes. All right, let's fucking have a good note on that. Eric fucking Clapton's at least on our side. Thank goodness. We get Eric fucking Clapton. I bet we get Pete Townsend, but he fucks kids. I don't want him really. No, I love Pete.
That was a misunderstanding.
Yes, I know. And it really was. I mean, Pete Townsend would never do something like that. No matter how many times he was on the fucking Epstein manifest.
He wasn't on the Epstein manifest.
So who am I thinking of?
I don't know. Prince Andrew?
All right, there it is.
Oh yeah, I saw an article earlier. Apparently, Prince Andrew thinks this whole thing's gonna blow over, and he'll be out in the clear.
Of course he will. Of course.
Just give it another year, and it'll blow all over.
It's no big deal. Shit like this happens like all the time.
So yeah, I think we had a good show tonight.
I think so. I think we got a lot out of it.
We're obviously working on things as we go, but we've been doing this for a while, so we're somewhat professional.
Somewhat, I guess. Professional is not really the word I'd like to think of when I think of us.
So you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I don't mind wrapping things up now. I feel pretty good. Actually, you know what? I just realized I bought a whole bunch of Clapton at the thrift shop the other day. I bought like 9 albums of Clapton's. Just
So
like even before I knew he was one of our guys, I fucking was like, I gotta get. There's a shitload of Clapton here. I can't pass up. So I was like, all right, I'll get it. Then now I got it. Now I'm remembering it. I feel pretty good. Let's go out with some Clapton. How about that?
Okay, I like that idea.
Hell yeah. You want? Oh, he has a new one.
Yeah, he has the anti-vax song.
Oh snap! I think that's the perfect way to go out. I think that's the best way we could possibly end this day, end this little thing here. Do you have any final thoughts? Get angry.
Fuck everything. No,
take my wife, please.
Nah, like I said, we're for personal choice and personal freedom. I don't want to, just because I got the vax doesn't mean I should say everyone should get it. It's what you each personally think is the best thing for yourself.
Yep.
So I don't want the I don't want the government to say, I didn't get it because the government said, oh, go get it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
No, you got it so that you can go to baseball games and concerts and movies.
Right, because I know I live in a totalitarian state.
Right.
You,
the issue is that most of those movies, concerts, and games are now just being shown on television in 4K, and you can just watch it there now. That's the worst part. Now it's not even worth going to the fucking movies or a game or a concert. I just watch it on fucking TV.
Nah, they're not really. It's just impossible to check everything.
Right.
You know, I went to the movies the other day. They didn't bother. They didn't ask me if I had my whatever.
Your vaccination card. Do you have your papers, sir?
Yes, I had my papers on me.
The papers? Don't turn around. Uh-oh. Corona's around. Uh-oh. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, I thought something was going on.
No, everything's fine.
I thought something was going on in the back.
The stream is flashing. I don't know if that means anything. Oh, we haven't dropped many frames. We're actually doing pretty good. I'm quite surprised. This is actually a pretty good way. This is actually a pretty good barometer of how things were working out.
Yeah, so I think tonight was a rousing success.
I believe so. I certainly feel that way.
I'm glad. I'm happy.
Yes.
You want me to get mad, but I'm happy.
Fuck yeah. I mean, you can't be angry all the time, and you can't be angry at a lot of things, especially when this dummy fucking comes up and, you know, says stupid old man shit, you know? They're fucking interrupting him during pudding time. He's gonna come up with some cranky ass shit. You know? Ladies and gentlemen, don't let your... If there is one lesson, I want to get him a better mic. If there is one.
I know. I got to invest in a better microphone.
A better everything.
I have a big microphone. It just doesn't work the way I want it to.
Right. If anything, we just want you all to realize that, you know, you can fight for your fucking right to live. You don't have to fucking go out there and, you know, absorb yourself to the masses and to the fucking horde that are going to come after you for being a little different because you wanted to think a little differently than most people. And for the people who are vaccinated and still, I mean, for the people who are I want. It's easy to talk to the unvaccinated because they'll come up with they're the ones that come up with a mirage of reasons, a menagerie mirage. That's a good way of putting it. A menagerie of reasons to, you know, not get this virus shot, you know. And I'll come up with a few myself eventually. You know, no one's ever asked me whether or not I'm going to get it or what have you. I just tell them no, and then I'm done with it. But I don't have a reason. I just don't like being. If there was one thing, I guess a reason would be told. I don't like being told what to do by people who make their money sending kids off to go kill other kids in the other side of the world. But I don't know. I just want people to. If there's one thing I could tell the vaccinated is, you know, do what Jay said. You know, I mean, he's vaccinated. He's responsible. I'm not. I'm not responsible at all. But he's responsible. And like he said, you know, understand that, you know, some people have some different ways of looking at things. And we're all Americans at the end of it. I mean, no matter how much they want to divide us by whether or not we have a shot I mean, that's some number of the beast shit. Jay, do me a favor and mute yourself. I'm getting way too much air. Thank you. And so I just wanted everyone to just for the vaccinated, everybody should know that they, you know, there's no need to be angry at people who are unvaccinated. That's what they want you to be. They want you to be angry at each other. They want you to fight each other. They want you to come up with a bunch of reasons to not like each other. And you don't have to. You can just go along with your life and not even communicate with those people if you don't want. The best thing about America is we have the right to leave each other alone.
Exactly.
And so if you see me and you know that I'm unvaccinated, please, for the love of God, leave me the fuck alone. Just leave me alone.
That's all we want.
Right. Oh, man. I think that's probably the best positive message we can come up with today. Leave people alone. If you're the government, if you're a Karen, if you're just somebody who's just a nervous Nelly, you know, I mean, people deserve to live their life the way they choose to live. And if it meant anything for the past however long you've been crying about it, and however long you've been chanting it, and however long you've been trying desperately to claim you stood up for it, now's the time to actually live those principles and, you know, realize that people have lives that are different than yours, and you don't have control over their life the same way they don't have, and I don't have control over yours. So, yeah. Everybody be nice to each other. Don't hit each other. Don't shit in the streets and leave needles everywhere like our politicians allow us to do. And because, like, I mean, that right there shows they don't give a shit about the virus or any kind of virus, any kind of whatever the fuck. I mean, walk around your town. If you see anything that's untoward, that may be unhealthy, I think you should bring it up as quickly as possible to every single public health official that's in your county, in your city, in your municipality, what have you. If you see trash, go out there and pick it up. If you see, you know, fucking people just being complete garbage bags, fucking sweep them up too. You don't have to live the life that they force on you because they take your money. You can live your life too. And just like before the virus, I hope everybody learned to wash their hands and cover their mouth when they cough. now we can start picking up garbage from the streets and start making our communities a little safer and better to live, and possibly start, dealing with some of the riffraff that comes in and tries to take the shit that we work hard for. So, yeah, I think that's good. I think I got it all out.
I think I can't say it any better myself.
Yeah. So thanks again, folks, for joining us, and I'm for what it is. I'm going to be uploading a lot more stuff. I'm just starting. I just finally decided that I'm going to start making stuff for myself, and so I'm going to start coming out with a lot more videos. I came up with a new video. Stop by my YouTubes and my Rumble and all that to check that out. Links will be probably on front of my Twitter. Go to my Twitter, EddieBrock_YT. Jay, I think he has a Twitter too.
Yeah, I'm at Phantom Lord NYC.
Yeah, and we're probably going to go back to our old gimmick of so that we can shake off some of this what we call ring rust from our podcasting. We're probably going to go back to start talking about the things that we actually do enjoy and actually do treasure. And now that it's suddenly gotten interesting, I can't wait. We're going to bring back our wrestling podcast, so it's going to be fun. Now that shit's gotten interesting again, hooray! I can't wait.
I know.
I can't wait to relive 1996.
Yeah, we're for anyone who watched wrestling back in the day. We are in May of 1996.
About, yeah.
Just about where the New World Order was just about to form.
Yeah. Now, you all have to remember that even though that happened, the NWO formed, Hogan became part of the NWO, it still was another 3 months until it actually gained traction. The biggest thing on the card that year, during that time, was still Lex Luger versus Randy Savage. So it's going to take some time, but it's going to be a great train to jump on once it starts rolling, and I can't wait. I'm actually excited. I watched the show, the pay-per-view. All Out?
Yeah.
Unbelievable show. I haven't been that excited after watching a show in maybe that Bayley Sasha match that we gave 15 stars to. Maybe that was the last time I was actually excited to watch a show. And this one really bumped that up. Really bumped that out of the way.
Yep, that's all I can say. I mean, it's still All Out, one of the best shows I've ever seen, ever.
Mm-hmm. Unbelievable. What a great job those guys did. Now I got to start calling in some favors. At least get me on a fucking show.
All right, so I guess that's it.
All right. Thanks a lot, folks, for joining us. We're going to let you out with Eric Clapton, our boy's newest song. I had no idea. I got to go out and get a brand new fucking Eric Clapton CD after getting all those other ones. This is great. All right. Well, thanks a lot, folks. And I wish I had words of encouragement and wisdom to give, but unfortunately, the smoke in my eyes is too cloudy. That doesn't even go together. That's a shitty fucking rhyme. All right, catch you later, folks.
This time gotta stop. Enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door. I knew that something was going on wrong when you started laying down the law. I Can't move my hands, I break out in sweat. I wanna cry, can't take it anymore. This has gotta stop, enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. Gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul, you'll have to come and break down this door. I've been around a long, long time, seen it all, and I'm used to being free. I know who I am, try to do what's right, so lock me up and throw away the key. This has gotta stop, enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul, you'll have to come and break down this door. Thinking of my kids, what's left of them, then what's coming down the road. The light in the tunnel could be the southbound train. Lord, please help them below. This has gotta stop, enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul, you'll have to come and break down this door. This has gotta stop, enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul, you'll have to come and break down this door.